Hi, my name is Michael Villalpando and I am a project manager for M&M Enterprise in Grand Junction, Colorado. I've been with M&M for about 6 years now, and this was probably the biggest project to date that I've taken, and I'd like to kind of share it with you. Mary came to me probably about February of last year and kind of started talking about what she wanted. And originally the project was thought to be like a 200 to 300 square foot addition on the south end of the property. And it quickly grew to an 1,800 square foot addition, to an 1,800 square foot addition with a big remodel, to a complete revamping and redo of the whole house. New trusses all around, new framing all around, new plumbing, new electrical, 100% new home, minus a few exterior walls. But everything from the flooring to the roof to all the sheeting is 100% new, and I'd kind of like to share it with you and all the cool things that we've done around here. So this is the grand room. It is on the north end of the property. And one of the things that most people notice when they come in here is they note the beams. Now the beams are red cedar from telephone poles that Mary got from her sister's husband a long time ago, and they've been in the family a long time. Her property in Moab that she lived in, when she sold and she wanted to come over here, she insisted on bringing the beams with her. She hired Western Slope Milling out of Montrose, Colorado, and they came down, kind of talked, had some ideas back and forth with Mary, and came up with kind of a layout of how we wanted to do the beams. Gave them some measurements and they went to work and they cut these big, beautiful beams. And a lot of this cedar we were able to use in other portions of the house, like the fireplace on the east end of the house and a lot of the stuff that's going to be in the mudroom that we'll show you later. Another notable thing that people seem to draw to when they come into the house is going to be the masonry work. Now we tried to figure out a way to integrate the beams into the masonry and also take away some of the jagged lines that would appear on the edges of the rock and the drywall. So we framed it out with the 4-inch beams on the edges, and James Tibbetts out of Moab, Colorado, he owns Tibbetts Masonry, came and did the masonry for Mary, being a family friend. We also had the Western Slope Milling Company also mail out a piece of poplar from a cottonwood that Mary had on the north end of the property. Another beautiful choice for the home that Mary wanted was to add barnwood in the herringbone pattern in quite a few places in the house. What's cool about it is Mary also brought those fence sections from Moab when she moved here because they were given to her by her sister. Now the kitchen's really fun. There's a lot of cool colors going on that you don't typically see. She wanted to go with the copper farm sink, so we got a nice hammered copper farm sink. And then the way that the counters break with the white and then kind of match with the floors really makes a real mellow and kind of fun kitchen. And one of the big things that we really like is how open it is with the living room, and you're able to kind of do things and entertain, and you kind of feel included. So this is going to be the mudroom, which is going to be located on the south end of the house, and it has an exit that goes to the south porch. Now Mary wanted a room that was very functional for her lifestyle, being an equine care and having cattle and chickens and horses and quite a few dogs. She wanted a room where she could come in and just kind of clean off and maybe take off some old coveralls or muddy boots from working, and then she could come in and bring the dogs. One of the special requests she had was a custom dog wash sink. So we custom made this dog wash sink basin with a nice little dog sprayer above it, and kind of wanted to give it a custom look too, so we used the tile that she used through the house with some of the pebbles and accent mosaics, and it makes a real functional, fun piece that a lot of people have a lot of questions about. So this is a piece that I really enjoyed working on. She wanted to integrate the herringbone barnwood on this wall as well, as most of the walls in this house that have barnwood are going to be the west facing walls. She wanted to also have some kind of shelving system, and so I suggested maybe a nice notched out shelving system with a bench where she could come in from the south entrance, where she takes off her boots, she can kick them underneath the bench, she can hang up dog leashes and coveralls on some of the nice railroad spike hangers or the pony shoes that we kind of rusted out to give that nice rustic look. So this is going to be the downstairs guest room. It's the only bedroom that is downstairs, so it's really simple, not really anything special about it other than we did do some nice, like the nice poplar window sills, and it has really nice carpet, and it has its own mini split unit, so that way it can have its own climate control. So this is the downstairs bathroom. Now she wanted this bathroom to be a very functional bathroom, but also be a focal point for people that see the main area downstairs, so that she could have a kind of wow factor. She wanted a custom floating vanity for the bathroom that I made out of some old barnwood. I made a custom little handle out of a railroad spike that we kind of rusted out a little bit. And then she wanted this nice vessel sink that kind of played with some of the copper and bronzy tones of the house. Another special request she had for the home was to try to add a freestanding tub into the bathroom. Now this bathroom only being a little less than 90 square feet, it was a kind of trick to get 4 fixtures in this. So we have, the tub, the toilet, the vanity, and the shower. Now the walk-in shower has a removable head. It also has a big 9-inch rainfall head and pebble on the ground. Another super fun feature of the house is this custom staircase. Now the staircase we already had built, and it was typical white spindles, white rails, white posts, which is kind of a cookie cutter staircase, but it was really pretty. Well, after we started integrating some of the barnwood features of the house, Mary had seen some of the leftover materials we had, and she wondered if there'd be a way to use them. And I said, it'd be nice to know we were going to do barnwood, because it would have been fun to do it in the staircase. And she was like, well, how about we still do that? And I kind of hummed and hawed, and she was wondering, well, you don't seem too sure about it. And I felt bad because we had already built the staircase, and she was like, well, tell you what, just rip it out and put in a barnwood staircase, and I'll be okay with that. So we said okay. We demoed the old staircase, and we tried to put in barnwood and tried to integrate it into a fun focal point of the house that you can kind of see in the hallway and then work your eyes up. We used a lot of the same spindles and the supports that we used in the porch. And then we repurposed some old steel she had in the back of the property and welded together a nice top rail so it's nice and smooth. You don't get any spindles. And we kind of had to re-rust some of the areas from working it, but it came out really beautiful. So this is the upstairs laundry. Mary wanted an upstairs laundry to not have to worry about lugging laundry up and downstairs. Means that her and Cheyenne are up here, it makes sense just to have it upstairs so she doesn't have to carry anything. We have cabinets that match the downstairs kitchen cabinets, and just a real simple, cute little laundry room. We're probably gonna add some shelves at a later date, but we're gonna have to come up with a design with her. So we are in the upstairs master bedroom. Now it is 15 by 14 feet, so it's a pretty big master bedroom. We have on the west wall some more of that herringbone barnwood look, and it's framed out into a 5-foot picture window, which the master bed will go underneath. She wanted a good sized bedroom. She wanted a big walk-in closet for ample clothing storage, and she also wanted a nice window to overlook all of her horses and her livestock. Now this is the master bathroom. She didn't have a whole lot of real special requests for the master bathroom. She didn't want any, kind of special shower pans or anything. So we went with a simple fiberglass tub with a tile surround, custom tile niche, and she didn't want any kind of herringbone with the tiles, so we just went with a horizontal pattern. It looks really nice. It complements the colors really well. Has a separate water closet with its own door that locks, and she opted for just the barn door on the exterior of the bathroom so that it would match the closet door. So this is going to be the porch on the north end of the property, which is the main entrance. And after she's seen us do the porch on the south end of the property, she wanted us to do this to match it. So we took out the old posts, we put in the cross members from the telephone poles as verticals and horizontal supports, and then the spindles to match. We took out the old OSB from the old porch that they put on the underside, and we put it with proper soffit material and made it match the rest of the house. So this is going to be the mason chimney, which is going to be on the east end of the house. Now Tibbetts Masonry, again, he did this as well as the inside, and we tried to figure out a way to kind of break the line between the masonry and the hardy board so it looked clean and there wasn't any hard jagged lines. So we opted to do the red cedar from the telephone poles that she had milled, and we used it to kind of frame out the outside of the masonry. So one of the few remnants that's left in the house is going to be the porch on the front and back. So we redid all the walls underneath them that connect to the house, but we did keep a lot of the bones of the porches because they were still in good shape. We did end up extending the porches on both sides to the west so that it would kind of match the lines of the house. A lot of the old OSB that was undersides on the porches we replaced with good soffit material that kind of matched the wood grains on the hardy board. And then we did do the electrical cross members as like a part of the decks back here, and it really makes a nice, fun overlook for her yard, which is pretty big. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate any time you may have taken away to show interest in our product and the work we've done here. If you or anybody you know has any interest in any kind of project like this, feel free to contact us on the number below or come by our office at 134 North 6th Street.